What if the hardest part of self-publishing isn't writing the book, but surviving what happens after you publish it? In this video, I want to talk about the part of writing a book that no one really warns you about, the emotional side of self-publishing, the dashboards, the doubt, the mild obsession with numbers that may or may not mean anything at all. When you get into self-publishing, most of the advice is practical. You learn about covers, keywords, categories, even pricing strategies that sound like they were designed by economists who don't read fiction at all. And that's all useful. Some of it even works. I've talked about it in some of my videos. But very little of that prepares you for what happens after you publish, specifically what happens to your brain. Because self-publishing isn't just a technical process, it's an emotional one. And it turns out most of us are not especially well equipped to handle real-time feedback on something we spent months or years making. I've made most of these mistakes myself, not once, but repeatedly, with a kind of hopeful optimism that suggests I thought the outcome might somehow change. I spent 30 years writing advertising campaigns before turning to fiction, which means I was very comfortable with deadlines, systems, and feedback, just not the kind of feedback I'll talk about here. I have 2 books in my Andrew Mackay thriller series. They're available on Amazon. Like most writers, I assumed publishing them would feel like a conclusion. It doesn't. It didn't. It feels more like the start of a new and slightly unpredictable phase of psychological experimentation.